Confused.
We're live.
So Pam Bondi got fired, and the United States government is creating more uncertainty right now than at any time in modern history. We've got economic instability, global conflicts, and policies that are changing in real time. And here's the problem. How many of you are part of the FIRE movement? How many know your FIRE number?
How many of you know what the FIRE movement is? That's what I want to know. Because most people still think their job is their safety net, and it's not. Like, it could be your biggest risk, y'all, right? Now, we've been saying this stuff for years. We retired without pensions. We built multiple income streams, and we've helped so many of you obtain FIRE over 50 through Beyond the Bling, right? Starting side hustles, moving abroad, and creating financial flexibility. I'm new to this. Y'all, we true to this. Come on now. Come on now.
So let's start right here in the chat. Do you currently have more than one income stream? If you do, type one only if you only have a job, or multiple if you are already started building.
That's right. That's right.
And here's the quick one. What's easier to lose right now, a job or a skill? Type job or skill.
And if you're watching from the future, type it in the comments. Let us know, all right? Type one if you only have a job. Type multiple if you've got multiple income streams. And then what's easier to lose, a job or a skill?
Job or a skill.
So today is Legend Thursday, and I don't see any legends behind the scenes, all right? So we're just going to keep it moving and talk about this and a lot more. But first, we might as well go ahead and introduce ourselves. Hey, y'all. My name's Halisi.
And I'm Rick. Welcome to our Black Utopia.
On our channel, we talk about money, travel, and life abroad. We help folks who look like us, who are getting close to retirement age and forgot to plan, get your money straight so that you can retire on time or maybe even early.
Early. And hey, abroad ain't bad either.
No, it's not. All right, sweetie. So what are we talking about today?
So we're talking about if you're feeling trapped by your job, do this today. Not tomorrow, start it today. Today, we're going to do two things. First, we're going to discuss the entrepreneurial mindset that you need in order to survive what's coming. Mm-hmm. And second, we're going to give you 5 side hustles that can start with little to no money.
That's right. But first, if you're new to our channel, then you might not know. Back in 2018, y'all, Rick and I got a wake-up call. We were looking at our money, and it looked crazy. But we got our financial act together, and y'all know we went from negative 22,000 in net worth to over 1.1 million. And if we can do that, you can do it too.
Yes, you can.
So if any of that sounds amazing to you, what do we need you to do? We need you to subscribe. We know that 50% of the folks who watch us think they subscribe. Some know they ain't subscribed. They just lurking around in the background.
Hanging out in the background, trying to see what's going on.
Subscribe. This tells YouTube that this is information that needs to be shared, all right? You can share it again with your friends and family. Hit that like and that notification bell twice so that you know every single time that we go live or drop a new video, right? All right, let's get to it. What we're talking about is changing the way we think, okay? Because one of the biggest, not deterrent, but I think something that keeps us stuck is the way we think about entrepreneurship, or really maybe not even ever thinking about entrepreneurship, thinking that that's something that somebody else does. But in 2026, we cannot have that mindset. We cannot have an employee's mindset. We just can't. So, right? So, number one, you are no longer an employee. All right? You're an asset manager. You managing your assets. All right? Your job is just one income stream. All right? Your real job is to build. Your real job is to protect what you already have and to grow other income sources. All right. We're not talking about, having a startup that you're going to sell and take public and all that nonsense. Look, I'm not trying to work that hard.
No.
I'm just not. Right now, maybe if you're watching us and you're 30 or early 40s or something, maybe you're down with that. But for the 50 plus crowd, I think I don't know about y'all, but I'm a little tired. I do not want to work that hard. What about you, sweetheart?
Nope, I don't.
So if one income stream dries up, you don't have to panic. You just pivot. Okay. So first change in your mindset, you are no longer an employee. You are an asset manager.
Yeah. Uncertainty is dead.
That's number 2.
Okay. Adaptability is the new security.
Repeat that.
Adaptability is the new security.
Okay. So this is how we want you to think, not with certainty. I know I'm going to get that pension check. I know I'm going to get that Social Security.
Right. And the system is unstable by design right now. Policies, wars, markets, none of it is predictable. The only safe person is one who can create income on demand. I'll say that again. The only safe person is the one who can create income on demand.
Is that you? Is that you? All right. So I remember Stephanie Perry saying, so I can't remember what the person in the audience was asking, and she was like, "Oh, 5,000. I can show you how to make 5,000 with no problem. We can show you how to make 5,000 like that. Like that should not be your issue. Okay. How to make money without having somebody else sign a paycheck should not be your issue.
No.
And especially not in 2026. Last Sunday, y'all know we were talking about AI and how AI is eliminating so many jobs. They're eliminating jobs sometimes prior to them jobs should be eliminated because it's not like AI is that like it still has major, major, major flaws, which we talked about last Sunday. But what was it? Amazon? Yeah, it was Amazon that canceled or got rid of 34,000 mid-level management jobs, right? That doesn't even include what Doge did and all the other nonsense that's going on, all right? That don't even include that. So we are going to be on this tip because our community is being targeted. Our community needs to have flexibility and extra money definitely more than the people in power. Right? Definitely. All right. Number 3, skills are not more important than college degrees. Skills are more important than college degrees. All right. Nobody pays you for what you know. They pay you for what you can produce or solve. I know that sounds like an oxymoron when I just said skills are more important than degrees, right? Degrees say that you know something. Skills say that you can do something. You can transform someone's life. You can help transform someone's life, right? So focus on that. Focus on communication. Focus on sales. Focus on problem solving. Focus on figuring out how you can transform and articulate that transformation. For instance, beyond the bling, right? We have cracked the code to financial independence, right? We can help you retire even if you have nothing saved. What is the transformation? Going from never thinking you can retire to being able to retire. That's major, right? So it is not just what we know, but it is our ability to be able to communicate that to you in a way that helps you transform your life. All right. So that's what you need to concentrate on. Concentrate on digital leverage as well. Number 4.
Number 4 is ownership changes everything. Employees trade time for money. Entrepreneurs build systems that make money without their direct involvement, ongoing
That's right.
involvement.
That's right. That's right.
Even a small side hustle, ownership, mindset shift.
Even a small side hustle creates an ownership mind shift. Okay. Even a small one that can change your mind from being an employee to having an ownership mindset. All right. Um, I'll reiterate something later. Speed over perfection, because, ooh, Lord, have mercy. This is the thing, y'all. And all you side hustle challenge people, I'm not through. You're going to be getting some more communication from me and some more uploads tomorrow from me. All right. So go into the community and see what's going on. All right. Because the people who are winning right now are not necessarily the smartest. We ain't the smartest, right? The people who are winning right now are the fastest to test, launch, and adjust. All right. That's what you need to do. I know elongated muskrat says something like, move fast and break stuff. That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about when you have an idea, get it out there. See if you can get some pre-sales. That's the test. Okay. Will people buy it just by your description? That lets you know that you got something there. And it doesn't cost you any money to pre-sell. If you don't sell enough, just return the money.
Right.
Right. Launch it, see what they say, and then adjust and start again. Sell it again. All right. That's what you do. Perfection, all that is an excuse for procrastination. That's all that is. All right. So get out of I just want it to be perfect and this, that, and the other and all that.
Yeah, it's not going to be perfect.
That's not how entrepreneurs think. That's how procrastinators think. Number 6.
Community equals survival. If you have a personal brand plus community, you'll survive.
That's right. Why?
Trust equals income. Audience equals leverage. And building relationships before you need them. You need to build the relationships before you actually need them.
Right. And so if you think about when we launched our Black Utopia back March 2022, so we're 4 years old, y'all. We're 4 years old. We launched that to share with you how we figured out how to retire when we spent most of our life in la la land, not knowing what the hell we were doing with our money. All right. And we did not get our stuff together until after we were in our 50s. I was already in my 50s. He was in his 60s. Okay. That true, just coming correct, being transparent. All right. We 20s, 30s, and 40s, we were always, one big deal away from them. Then we'll do this, one big contract away from XYZ. Then we'll do that. That's overly optimistic. Hope for the best, plan for the worst, right? And so we started, once we got a clue, we started our Black Utopia. I don't know that we appreciated how we would build community. Like, I knew we were going to build a community.
Right.
I didn't appreciate how important it would be to our lives, not just financially, to our emotional lives. Y'all, a lot of y'all have become our family. Okay. And y'all know that. You know who you are. You know who you are. So I'm glad that we were able to build that trust with you. And so then when it was time for us to say, we've got something to offer, you're like, well, yeah, because, first of all, they've been giving it away for the past few months anyway, right? All right. Number 7, think in terms of leverage. Okay. Leverage. Time is limited. You only got so much time. Money is limited. But content scales, digital products scale, audience scales. Okay. You can grow that. That's what I mean by scales. All right. Content, you can grow that. Digital products, you can grow that. Audience, you can grow that. So what you want to think about, this is what you want to think. Think about, how can I do this one time and keep getting paid?
Getting paid when you sleep.
Right? I want to do it one time and get paid multiple times.
Mhm.
So when we created Beyond the Bling, which of course is being updated, it's been updated twice already. It's being updated again. Those who buy into Beyond the Bling, that comes with monthly group coaching. Beyond the Bling is like our Fire Over 50 program, right? Comes with monthly group coaching, and all of you guys will be grandfathered into the new Beyond the Bling. We are building community, and it takes all of us to be able to do this. When we show up once a month, these are your accountability. So you don't have to do this all by yourself. All right. Community counts. Number 8.
Income is a skill, not a job title. You don't have a job. You have the ability or inability to generate income. You heard me? You don't have a job.
You have an ability or inability to generate income. Which one are you? Okay. All right. We're going to go really, really quickly over the side hustles. Now, we're going to continue the conversation somewhat on Sunday, because money, 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 money is always the thing that hangs us up. Money buys choices. Money buys freedom. Money buys flexibility, options, etc. All right. The times, they are a changing. And what we want for you is, if the melon felon titty baby does something to like greatly reduce, we already know about the big, ugly, stupid piece of bill, right? That is supposed to reduce Social Security and Medicare. Of course, it's not supposed to kick in until after he gets out of office. All right. So we got 2.5 years to figure out what's going to happen. Like what would happen to you if your Social Security was cut in half? What would happen to you if you have a private pension and all of a sudden the treasurer or whatever finds out that they've been doing stupid stuff with the pension treasury, with that account? All right. We've seen that on government levels where they're not managing that money well. If the stock market crashes, those pensions are based upon the stock market. So they've got all of that money in one big pile somewhere, and they have invested in things to keep that money growing. Otherwise, they couldn't keep up. And that goes for government pensions as well as private pensions. All right. Sometimes they invest some of it in venture capital firms. Okay. They invest it in the stock market at large and other things. If this keeps going the way it is, there is a chance your pension could get reduced. Hope for the best, plan for the worst. All right. So these are 5 side hustles that we're going to go over really, really fast, that you can start with little or no money.
The first thing is digital products.
Start simple.
Very simple.
Yeah. Okay. Like checklists. You can get AI to create like dashboards and things like that, especially if you've got a certain expertise, or you are a life coach, or you're really good at helping people organize their lives. Let you come up with the content, and then let AI create. You can even create something that's interactive and put out there on your website or whatever, or sell it on Etsy as they download it, right? And then it works on their computer, right? So checklists, toolkits, all of this stuff, mini guides,
yeah, templates,
right?
On budget or relocation,
etc. Okay. I saw a template out there for for getting out of debt, both versions, Snowball, what is it called? Snowball. And then the other one, I don't know. I can't remember what they called. I know how to work it, but yeah, so you can just plug it. They've got all the stuff already in there, right? And you can just plug it in. Well, you can have your own version that has a little tweak, or has better design, or works better, et cetera, et cetera. All of these things are so easy, and the cost is basically zero. Okay. You can put them on platforms like Thinkific or Stripe or Gumroad, even the mailing app that we use called MailerLite. That information is in the description below. There's a link with a discount. Okay. When we use MailerLite, you can sell digital products on MailerLite. You can do landing pages on MailerLite, plus collect your email list, because you want to have an email list. All right. Okay. Number two.
Niche content channels, YouTube, TikTok.
I don't know about TikTok so much anymore, but
I think if you're going for a younger audience or something like that. Yeah.
well, in America, I just don't know what TikTok is about in America anymore. I heard that they're really, really kicking people off and stuff like that. But TikTok abroad definitely is still, and maybe TikTok in the United States would work for you depending upon what you're doing, like Rick said, right? But also don't sleep LinkedIn.
No.
And do not sleep Substack. Okay. Especially for building community. You might want to just focus on one problem.
Yeah.
Like
moving abroad after 50, retiring with Social Security.
You can monetize this. Now, you don't like, even with YouTube, if you've got 500, 700, 1,000 subscribers, but you still don't have, you have 1,000 subscribers, but you still don't have your watch hours to be monetized by YouTube. That doesn't mean that you can't make money, especially if your audience is really, really engaged. Okay. If your audience is really engaged, then yeah, affiliate products, right? You can get sponsorships. Yes, even with 1,000, 1,500, or 2,000. Seriously, it just depends on how loyal your audience is. Because let's be real, them getting, if you've got 1,500 people and you can send 100 people their way, that's 100 new customers. Yeah. It would be worth the few $100s that they would pay you to make the video, right? Teach them to copy the model. All right. So affiliate products, you can also link to Amazon products and things like that. You can make money that way, as well as what we're going to talk about next in the next three. Okay. Number three.
Freelance skills, stacking, combine simple skills, writing plus AI tools, Canva, and social media posts. They offer packages $200 a month.
So you can offer packages, right? You can offer packages. If you stack your skills, you can offer packages, say, for instance, $200 a month for a content package, right? You can use platforms like Fiverr, like Upwork. Direct outreach is always best, but you've got to build your email list. And you build your email list by having some small digital product out there for free that they have to give their email to you to get that. That's called a lead magnet. Okay. Our lead magnet is the Ready to Retire Toolkit, which is free and in the description below. If you need to get your money straight, if you cannot, if I ask you right now, how much money do you bring in a month and how much money for your basic expenses, and you can't answer like that, you need the Ready to Retire Toolkit. Unless you make so much money and have so much money saved and invested that it really doesn't matter anymore, because you know that you're scraping your savings off the top. But if you cannot answer that, you need our Ready to Retire Toolkit. How much money is coming in and how much money is going out every month, and what is that delta? Get the Ready to Retire Toolkit. Number 4, micro coaching or
consulting.
You know, you could offer 30 to 60-minute calls to solve one specific problem, like moving abroad plan, or like a budget reset. Yeah. Even a basic on a side hustle setup. Okay. So whatever you are offering, it's got to be very specific, especially to start off, so that people don't get confused about what you're offering. Right. You keep it simple. Keep it simple. So, you know, I would say one of the first bits of money that we made was from one-on-one coaching, y'all. And I wonder if she is in the audience today. I'm not sure. All right. Number 5.
Reselling.
This is the easiest, y'all. And any of you who are thinking about moving abroad, you should already be doing this. So, all right, go ahead.
Arbitrage. buying things at a low price and selling them at a high price.
Yeah. Also selling things that are in your closet, in your garage, in your shed, in your basement, right? And if you start today, then you won't, and you're planning to move, then you won't feel desperate, like because it takes a while to sell some of those things. You can sell them on
Facebook Marketplace.
Yep, like in eBay.
Is eBay still around?
eBay's still around.
Wow.
Vinted in the EU, et cetera, et cetera. So one of the things that Christina and Aman used to do, which I think is just brilliant, is they used to go to IKEA and get as is stuff. They buy stuff as is at little to no money because when it's as is, it's like beyond clearance price. They get that as is stuff. They fix it up. Sometimes just a couple of scratches. They fix it up and resell it. Make that money. Okay. Look. So furniture flips.
Electronic clearance items.
Right. Be creative. Yeah. Be creative. All of these things can be resold. So the system is not coming to save you. But the good news is you don't need it to.
No, you don't.
You don't need it to. You need a skill. And you've already got the skills. You already have the knowledge. You just need to change the way you think, not get caught up in the perfection, which is just procrastination. Launch, test, adjust, keep going, keep moving, right? So you need an offer and you need to start.
Start today.
Today, y'all. All right. So that's what we have for you today. Listen, are you coming to the meetup? Are you joining us here in Portugal? They are already in the WhatsApp group, planning, getting stuff together. I have put all of the people in the WhatsApp group except for one person, which I can't understand what country her phone number is coming from. But other than that, everybody's in the WhatsApp group that has signed up. So if you think you're supposed to be in there, I need you to fill out the form again. Okay. Beyond the Bling is our financial freedom program, Fire Over 50 for late bloomers, just like ourselves. Everything that we learned to go from negative 22,000 to over 1.1 million in net worth is in that program. And we meet with you every month for coaching. Every month for one price, y'all. We might take December off. But other than that, basically you get us 10 to 12 times per year. All right. Ask us questions. Let us help you get your money straight. Learn about investing. Learn how to get out of debt. Learn how to launch a side hustle, et cetera, et cetera. All right. All of that is in Beyond the Bling. We will be launching our next cohort for Side Hustle Challenge shortly. So stay tuned for that. And I think that is it.
I think you got it.
Did we get it? Let's look up. What to watch next? Oh, if you're still in debt, you need to watch our video on how to get out of debt without any extra cash flow. All right. Without any extra money. You know what? I think we'll put a link in the description below after this is over. All right, y'all. We love you and we will see you on Sunday.
Not a dream, a destination. Our Black Utopia.